baby. It's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, let's go ahead and get into the latest episode of Love After Lockup. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and hop right on in. First things first, let's talk about Courtney and Josh, okay? She tired of Josh pretty much because she feels like all he does is play games, literally. Okay, not really with her. He plays the video games all day. And with him being at the house quarantining with her for like 14 days, she figured he would be more affectionate. He'll be more loving on her, considering the fact that they haven't really been able to be in each other's space for such a long time, okay? And even when they were in each other's space, they technically weren't in each other's space, if that kind of makes sense, okay? Because it was illegal. All right, so she decides to head out because she wants to try on these wedding dresses, despite the fact that he isn't really being there for her how she wants him to be, which I think is, I want to say is kind of messed up, because the conversation that he said he wanted to give her everything because she put so much of her life on the line. And instead of him being about what he said, being up under her, loving on her and stuff, he decides to play the game all day. Okay, so I kind of feel like, dang, that's messed up. So you going back on your word of what you said you was gonna do, and we don't like that. Okay, now when it comes down to her in this wedding dress, she decides to go and get fitted and stuff. And who does she invite? Her homegirl Audrey, the one that ended up dropping her off when she or picking up her van so they could link up over there, when she was hiding behind the cinder block. That was her homegirl. Okay, so she brings her out. Homegirl wants to know, how is everything going, as far as the relationship and things. And Courtney's just like, I mean, girl, it's cute, it's all right or whatever, but I just expected a bit more. I thought he was gonna be more affectionate to me. I thought he was gonna be more loving or whatever. He's not really giving me, he ain't giving it to me. It's not giving what it's supposed to have been gave. So I really feel a way about that. Okay, so of course she's pressed about that. We also learned that he flushed his ring down the toilet when he was in prison. Okay, so I guess I got into an argument. He didn't like some things that was said, and then ended up taking that ring and flushing it. So she still feels a way about that. Okay, so she hasn't really let that go 100%. She wants him to prove that that this marriage is something that he wants, especially being the fact that he's about to be leaving her home soon, so he can't really be there with her because he's gonna have to live with his cousin, and they could potentially not be living with each other for like up to 3 years. So it could be a really long time before they're actually in the same place at the same time. Even with that, I just feel like it may be a struggle for them. I think Josh is probably gonna get accustomed to being out doing what he wants to do elsewhere, and her being there and being his quote unquote wife, but not physically being there, but somebody he can lean on and rely on if he need money and stuff. So I'm just concerned about their dynamic and how that's gonna be, and him living with her for 14 days and then having to move out, and then at some point having to move back in. So he's gonna have to learn her again, in my opinion, and learn her living style, and she's gonna have to learn his, and they're gonna have to try and bring it together cohesively, and it's just gonna be a lot going on. So I don't know. I feel like these two would stay together based on the history and how much she went through just to even have this relationship. So even if it ends up not being healthy for her, I think Courtney's gonna stay in it. So either way, girl, good luck. Okay, let's go ahead, switch gears, and let's see who we would like to discuss next, honey. Who would we like to talk about? Let's talk about Anissa and Jeff. Okay, let's get into Anissa and Jeff. So she picks them up from the halfway house. She talking about she had been dating this man for 11 years. I want her to stop. I want her to stop saying she had been messing with this man for 11 years. I'm like, girl, that don't even sound right to me. This man been behind bars. Even when he got out of bars, he wasn't coming to see you, or got out of jail, he wasn't coming to see you or anything. You still sitting up and talking about you was with this man for 11 years. I said, where I came. All right, if that's what you want to believe, cool. She picks him up from the halfway house. She started talking to him about flowers and everything. She talking about she's trying to get married within the next 3 months or so. He tells her, oh, okay, that's what you're trying to do. You want to get married? Well, listen, we're going to have to write a letter to the BOP. Yeah, he's going to have to approve it. She's completely shocked by this. Like, what? He's got to approve the wedding? Like, that is a bit weird. But looking at Courtney and Josh's situation, maybe not. I didn't know people had that much control over where you stay once you're out of prison, that you couldn't stay with your own wife and stuff like that. So I mean, maybe they do gotta approve this whole marriage before he can get married. Some part of me feel like Mr. Jeff lying his ass off. That's what I'm thinking. But okay. All right, she says that he says that he thinks Anissa wants to get married way more than he does. Absolutely. Okay. But I will say this though. I feel like he should get his grill fixed before they get married. I really want him to get. I like that he looks a bit cleaned up, more so than he did when he got off the damn bus. Okay, he looked like he got him a little haircut and cleaned up a little bit around his man beard and stuff. He had some clothes that fit him and stuff like that. So I just feel like if he could just get that mouth together, he may not be that bad. You okay? He just got to stay away from the drugs and stuff like that. But as far as looks, he won't look that bad. But Miss Anissa would definitely have to worry about the girls. If you worried about the girls and he only got about 3 teeth in his mouth now, then when he get a whole grill, then girl, you really gonna have to be worried about the girls, okay? But it wouldn't hurt for him to get them teeth fixed. But let's go ahead and move on. So we learned that he gets a text message from his girl Christine. Okay, Christine is the girl that he had fell in love with a long time ago. Okay, he's still feeling Miss Christine. Now when he was in halfway house, okay, Miss Christine ended up hitting him up or whatever. And so, he had been talking to her. She had been messaging him and stuff. So they've been in communication back and forth, right? And the next morning now when they get, so this is something that Miss Anissa does not know, but he may end up telling her at some point. I don't know, okay? Now, they get to the house. She showed him the house and stuff. He's like, okay, this is cool or whatever. She want to go straight to the bedroom. They get it in. I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to see these older individuals. I'm not trying to see that, okay? Miss Anissa already walked like her bones hurt, okay? And it's not even me being funny or anything like that. It just sounds like Miss Anissa looks like she walks like her bones and her body ache and they hurt. And I just could imagine what that sexual thing is between them on the bed. And I don't even want to see that, okay? Between his mouth and the way she walked, like with her back and stuff, like, girl, I'm not, y'all can say that. Y'all need to stop doing these people like that over there on WeTV, okay? Y'all need to cut it out. All right, but she covered them cameras and she couldn't cover them up quick enough for me, honey. Hurry up and throw some over there, girl. Just matter of fact, just pull the plug out from the cameras because we don't want to hear or see a thing, Miss Anissa, okay? But they got it in the next morning. They all lovey-dovey. Don't nobody want to get out of the bed. They all up under each other. Ooh, oh my God, yes, I'm so happy. You want some breakfast? She makes some breakfast. He sits outside to eat it. Who comes? Kyle. Let me tell y'all something. Jeff is not featuring Mr. Kyle, baby, but he's like, okay, you can come on over. It seems like he began to get okay with Kyle once he learned that Kyle too was in jail back in 2008. Let me tell y'all something. Kyle was big. Kyle went and lost that weight. I said, come on, Kyle. Come on, Kyle, because when you get older, you get that weight put up on you. But it seemed like when he was younger, he had that weight on him, and he got that weight up off him. It kept that weight up off him. I said, okay, we see you, Kyle. Okay, keep doing your thing, sir. Kyle says, listen, I know a scammer when I see one, okay? And I already know that Mr. Man over here, he's all about scamming and stuff. So, I'm going to always be very close to Miss Anissa so I can keep my eyes on him, all right? Not only do I live on this property with her so I can watch what's going on at this house, but I'm definitely going to be making sure I keep my eyes on him. So that's where Mr. Kyle was coming from, right? Now, y'all know, so when he gets there, Anissa goes and makes him a plate. And that's when he lets Jeff know, like, hey, I understand where you're coming from. I was locked up as well, whatever. And I think that's when Jeff felt the need to kind of like let his guard down a little bit once he learned that, oh, okay, so he can relate. Okay. I don't know how much he can relate because I don't think we ever learned why Kyle was locked up. I don't know if it had anything to do with drugs like you. Maybe it could have been burglary or something like that, or robbery or something. Like it probably had nothing to do with drugs. So he get it, but I don't know if he fully get it. But okay. So he's telling him, like, listen, I got something I want to confide in you about, and that's when the episode kind of cut from their segment. So we won't learn how that's going to go. But it sounds like from the previews, Kyle has this information and wants Jeff to expose it to Anissa, because if he doesn't, he gonna tell her his damn self. And I'm not even really mad at Kyle because he really is looking out for his friends. So it's like at the end of the day, my loyalty stands with my good Judy. It don't stand with you. You ain't gotta like me at all, and that's fine because I deep down inside don't like you and would prefer your ass not to be here. So it's whatever. That's the energy I'm getting from Mr. Kyle, honey. Okay, but either way, y'all, like I said, good luck. Let's go ahead and move on. Who do we want to talk about next? Okay, let's talk about Miss Britney, honey. Let's talk about Britney and her boo Ray. Very interesting. Okay, so y'all know the grandmama. I love the grandmama. Love me some grandma. So far, y'all have to make sure she figured out a way. Listen to me now, WeTV. So far, I'm loving this grandmama. Y'all have to figure out a way to make sure she pops up in damn near all they scenes for real, okay? Or at least every episode. Kind of like how she popped up at the beginning, like she popped up at the end of last episode. She was there in the beginning, okay? But we still got to see the rest of their storyline play out. Y'all don't have to give me grandmama damn near every episode because she is hilarious. She says on TV what America is thinking, and we likes the grandmama, and that's on P, okay? Now, let's go ahead and move on. So grandmama's there. Of course, bring in the grandmama hug. Grandma over there, she got her eye on Miss Thing. Let me tell y'all, grandma's so funny to me because that's my mama. My mama, you know, my brothers haven't been in a situation like that. However, if they have, my mama, she don't give a damn who coming to pick you up. She gonna be the first mother. Hey, baby, how you doing? You good? Okay. Yeah, they say he gonna come out this door over here. Okay, then. Let me tell you, my mama gonna be right there in the midst of what's going on. Okay, she'll give a damn who you said come to pick you up. I'll be there. Hilarious. I love the grandmama. So, like I said, what was I going to say? Okay, so when he comes out, you know, Britney got to be the first one to greet him. Shout out to grandmama because she definitely stood to the back so that Britney could have that moment. They embraced, they kissed. He sees his grandmama. He's like, hey, I can't. Oh, yeah, he went and hugged his grandmama. That was really sweet. And I'm just glad because grandma, she hasn't seen her grandson in a minute. So she want to put her hands back on him. I don't blame grandma for showing up. So she's like, Britney's like, so who you going to ride with? Me or your grandma? He was like, you know, I'm finna get in the car with you. Like, let's go home. Awesome. Hopped in the car, told his grandma he gonna hit her up later, all that other great stuff. Okay, now some part of me feels like Ray may actually not be that bad of a guy. He may actually end up being a nice guy. We're gonna have to see. The verdict is still out. We don't know a whole lot about Ray, but initially he seems like he may be nice. But you know, a lot of them start off nice in the beginning, honey. But let's keep going. Okay. Ray did say that once he gets to the house, loves the house. The house looks really nice. I'll give her that. Love how the house is made. Looks really nice. Clean when they go on the inside. He sees the bed. He likes everything. Okay. Got the little doggy and stuff. I said, oh, that dog gonna be his little man. That's gonna be his road dog because they're gonna be the only one at the house with him anyway. Okay. So they gonna be loving each other. So what else I was gonna say about that? So he talks about you know, wanting to go to the refrigerator to get something to eat because he's hungry, and Brittany like, listen, I'm gonna feed my man and I'm gonna fuck my man. That's on P. And I said, girl, I can't even blame you on it. Okay, that's what it's about. Feed and fuck, period. So she knew that he's about to pop a bottle, but he talks about how he wants to drink a lot while he's out because he hasn't, you know, had anything to drink for a while. And I'm like, okay, you seem like a nice guy, but I hope that this isn't going to be something where you drink and you get irate and you just start acting out of character, okay? Because I'm really hoping he is a nice guy because when her family meets him, I kind of a little bit want to see them be wrong a little bit. I'm hoping like, okay, let us at least try and get somebody that's good, but they won't be on this show if they have some issues, girl. But I kind of want to see her family be like, you know what? He ain't even a bad guy. He's actually a nice guy. It's our motherfucking daughter that's probably the problem, okay? So we'll see. I can't wait till they show us that, and I hope we get to see it this season to see the dynamics between his her family and him, and her family and his family. So I want to see all of that interaction, okay? Now, he says that he was in prison for about 3.5 years, right? He said it's been 3.5 years since he's had sex with a woman. I think he's been in jail that long. I gotta go back and see how long this man. Okay, yeah. So he's been in there for 3 years, but I guess prior to going, he didn't have sex prior, like maybe like 6 months or so before he got in there, whatever. So all in all, he says that it's been that long, 3.5 years since he's had sex with a woman. Now for them to leave the camera on that and then him to make this little face or whatever, and I'm kind of like, y'all was doing that for joking purposes or something, like, because now my question is he bisexual? Could he be a okay guy? He's not crazy or anything, but he could have had a man, you know, he could have had a boyfriend or something, or a situation going on while he was in prison. Could that have happened? Okay, y'all gonna have to hit me up and let me know. Like, is this man bisexual? Is he not? And they was just playing games over there in production. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Do y'all believe that Ray may have a boyfriend or may have had a situation with a man? And if so, I wonder how Britney is going to take to the fact that her man is bisexual. And yeah, I just want to see how all of that's going to play out. I don't think that's really going to deter her. I think what would probably deter her is if he is probably actively in communication with somebody that he's had, you know, sexual relations with, kind of like how Dante was with Nicolle. I don't think it's going to really deter her that he's had that experience, but yeah, so we'll see. Okay, I'm enjoying it so far. So let's go ahead and move on to our next set of individuals. Let's go ahead and talk about Dante and Nicolle, since we're on Dante and Nicolle. Let's talk about them. Okay, so Nicolle is getting ready to be his mama. Okay, so he's really excited about it. He thinks his mama is gonna really like her. She was like, I hope your mama like me, because if she don't like me, then I'm not coming over here no more. At least I'm not gonna be going around her, and it's on peace. So you could just miss me with all that. Okay, but here's the gag for me. They decided to cook for the mama. I have a problem. Nicolle's nails look dirty as hell. They started cooking. I said, did y'all wash y'all damn hands up in here? Okay, did y'all wash y'all hands up in here before you prepare this meal for your mama? Because I feel away. The way she was digging in that Great Value cheese and getting ready to spring, I was like, oh, mama, girl, something about your hands look dirty. Okay, and I didn't really like that. I wanted to see if he had some gloves or something. Put some gloves on. So I don't know about her hands. And then she gonna go over there to grab her phone and stuff, licking on her fingers and shit. And I'm like, oh, was your phone on the floor? Was your bag on the floor? Why your stuff on the floor anyway? Like, it was just looked disgusting. Okay, but let's go ahead and move on. All right. What happens? She want to talk to him about getting her boob job. You know, she talks about the appointments and stuff like that. She's like, he got the paperwork, you know, and I think she said it's like $6,000. He like $6,000 to get some motherfucking best done. I'm like, baby, what you gonna do? You told her you was gonna get them for us. You gonna get them. You better not get them. You better not. You better not. You better not. But he is telling her, and I ain't like this, talking about, so I'll spend all of my money for my bills on getting your breasts done if I have to. Because she's like, you told me that you was gonna get them done. I'm like, is you gonna get them done? You better not get them damn things done. Okay, so I guess that kind of made her a little happy to hear that he would probably spend all his money up just to make her happy. Girl, goodbye. Okay, so she wants to talk on the phone to her good ex. Okay, because it's her birthday. Oh, it's such and such's birthday. I have to give her a call. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna go in the room. He follows her to the room because, first of all, this is supposed to be family time in a minute, but you over here trying to hit somebody up. Okay, that's a little rude. But I do feel like, okay, just like 5 minutes. I mean, it's nothing to call your homegirl. Like, happy birthday, babe. Okay, bye. But it's a little different because this girl was her ex, okay? And this also an ex, even though he don't know it, an ex that she's really trying to get back with, okay? So she goes to the room, talking on the phone, stuff like that. The girl saying she's sick. She's like, yeah, you know, you should come get me because his mom is about to come over and I really don't want to meet her. So like, come pick me up or whatever like that. And then she messing around with stuff in his room. She ends up finding his sex toy. She's like, ew, what the fuck is this? Or whatever. She finds the toy, acting like she's so disgusted. I'm like, why are you acting so disgusted when he already told you that he had the toy anyway when you was in prison? What? So yeah, he overhears the conversation. You know, he goes back there and like, did she just say what I think she said? Like, come get me. I don't want to meet her. His mama. She up there talking about the toy and stuff. So he goes in there and pretty much, you know, let her have it. Like, girl, if you up here in my life trying to see what you can gain out the situation, then Miss Mamas, you can go ahead and go. I don't give a like, girl, you can peace out right now. And again, she ended up playing him yet again, telling him he's talking crazy. Of course, originally he's like, I ain't talking crazy. I know what I heard. You said this and you said that. Of course, she's continuing to make him feel like he's stupid. Okay, like that's not what he said, and I mean not what she said. And I ain't like that. Dante definitely comes off as desperate to have somebody in his life, even if it's just 10% of them. And I really don't like that, but okay. So they ended up simmering down. His mom comes to the house. Mama looked at her like she's not impressed at all. I was here for his mama. I'm here for everybody in his life that sees through Nicolle. I just hate that he don't see it. That bothers me, okay? So Nicolle tells her that she loves her son. And the mama said, oh, you love my son? Then why? Why do you love? Why you love my son? She could barely answer the question. She could barely get it out. She just said, you know, you raised a respectful son and this and that. And he's like this and that. And the mama's like, I'm like, that's not telling this woman why you love her son. Okay, the mama's like, yeah, I know his characteristics. I raised him. I know this and that. But I wanted the mom to say, but you're not telling me why you love my son, though. Okay, you telling me shit I already know. I need to know why what you in love with him about. Okay, she didn't really answer that, and I feel like Dante stepped up to protect her so that she couldn't answer anything any further because he already know that girl ain't really crazy about him. Okay, he just don't want to hear the truth. So he tells his mama that he loves her and that he said, I love you. I know that you're overprotective of me or whatever, but I want you to respect who it is that I'm with and accept her because I want her to be your daughter-in-law at some point. And Nicolle up there sipping on her drink like, he told you. Now what you finna do now? And the mama say, excuse me, who the hell you think you talking to? You're not finna sit up here and tell me who the hell it is that I can accept. I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do. I raised you. I'm your mama. You're not finna sit up here and try and play me. Okay, if I don't like him, I'm not gonna like him, and it ain't nobody in this world that's gonna make me like him. So what you trying to do? Huh? What you trying to do? Because when you ain't got no money, who do you come to? Yeah, you come to me. So don't tell me what BIT I need to like if she ain't add no value to your life. What? That's what I thought. Now, what else is going on? Okay, I was so here for the mama. I said, yeah, get them together, Miss Mamas. Get them together, okay? Nicole doesn't want to be compared to Chelsea, which is the ex, but you got similarities to her. And that's what Dante ended up bringing up. He says that you got, similarities to her. He brought up the fact that, I've been sleeping in my house by myself ever since you got home. You've been home about a week or so, and I've been here by myself. So then the mama, I guess he must have brought up sex because the mama ended up bringing it up too. Like, girl, you ain't even having sex with this man. You ain't have sex in this many years. But when it comes to my son, you ain't trying to have sex with him. But you can ask him for money, though. That's not making sense. She was like, I don't think that you're afraid of having sex or any of that. I don't think that you're scared or anything. I just think that you don't want to do it with my son. And the mama was hitting everything on the money. She was absolutely correct. What else? Yeah, she was absolutely correct. And then, of course, Miss Nicole kept trying to blow up smoke and lie and make it seem like she does care about and she care about him, and she's just nervous about that. And so Mama saw right through her ass. I was so here for it. So when they get ready to head out, right, he headed to take her home. So they wrapped up dinner and stuff. The mama ain't really featuring her, because the mama's like, girl, you wasn't scared to ask my son for no money, but now you want to be scared to get him on some cootie toy. Oh, okay then. So he taking her home. He wants to walk her up to the door. She's like, no, don't come up to the door. No, because I don't want the dogs to wake my mom up. She gets really aggravated about that. Whoop-de-whoop. She sits outside and catch her cigarette. He's like, whenever I walked her home, she always go in the house. Now she get home real late and she ain't trying to go in the house. Okay, cool. I'm finna watch and see what's going on. See, Dante ain't stupid. That's the gag for me. Dante is not dumb by far. The fact that he had enough sense to drive up the road, turn around and wait, this man is not stupid. The way he talked to her at the house, like, if you here for just what you can get out of it, then go. He is fully aware of who she is and what she is. He just doesn't want to believe it because he likes the idea of having a relationship with a blonde-headed white woman. Okay, so what else happened? So he wakes up the street trying to see what's going on, ends up seeing her walk out. A car ends up pulling up. She walks into the car. He pulls up on the car like, what the hell going on? And it went off from there. So we'll see how that's going to go on next week. And it don't look like it's going to go too well because he's going to be throwing her shit out. Okay, get your and get out. That's what we're going to be seeing. He's going to be throwing a whole fit on next week's episode. So let's get to Stan and Lisa, because Stan is a fool, baby. They both a fool, in my opinion. So, okay, Stan, okay, he tells her basically at the restaurant, okay, that he's trying to leave and go to the house and what you trying to do? Okay, and she was like, well, I mean, we could go, but I'm gonna need some money, period. Okay, you owe me some money. All right. Stan acknowledges that he had said some stupid stuff. He apologized for that or whatever. And that he'll, he gonna pay her for, her troubles at the hotel. And then she says, well, I really feel like after your whole issues, I deserve to get my own place. I need a 1-bedroom. Now, I just feel away. I don't like how Miss Lisa out here trying to pimp Stan. Now, granted, Stan may have said some ignorant things. He may have done some things, but don't think that just because of what he did, because of your fucking problems that you got in your life, this man owes you a 1-bedroom apartment. Well, he already got a room for you rent free. What? I ain't like that. So she's trying to run game on this man, period. So then Stan wants her to live with him ultimately. That's what he wants. And then what else happened? He wanted her to live with him. And then what else? In like the 1-bedroom setting or whatnot. I'm not sure what is wrong with my internet that is acting up right now. So hold on one second, y'all. I'm trying to wrap up this damn video. And then my internet, I hate when my internet does this. She starts going crazy for no reason. Let me see if I can get her back. Okay, I think I may be getting her back. Okay, so where am I? Okay, so Lisa tells him maybe she gets her own, she wants to get her own place. I already told you guys why I feel like that's not fair. I don't think he did anything major for her to feel like she gets that. I just disagree with that. What else did she say? Stan wants her to live with him. Okay. She says she wants him to get her a car as well. So as they're leaving, they're riding in the car. She's talking about how she wants to get her own car, whatever. She said, you told me you was gonna give me $5,000 towards the car. He was like, all right, fine, I'll give you $5,000 towards the car, and then I'm gonna let you go to jail because you ain't even got no license or anything. She was like, well, we'll just figure all that out later. See, that's why I can't always be mad at Stan, because of the dumb ass decisions that Lisa tends to make. She likes the fact that she has these multiple felonies. She loves it. So if she loves it so much, then let her ass go down that hill by herself instead of trying to get her life together. Okay, so that's on her. All right, but Stan definitely has a smart ass mouth. I don't think it's right for him to apologize for some things and then turn around and throw things back up in her face after you've just apologized for those same actions. I think that is whack of him. So Stan got to be careful about that. Stan acts like an old ass baby, wants to get his way, and if not, he'll throw a damn temper tantrum. And his favorite thing is, we'll go then. Ooh, okay, so Stan keeps fooling with her, and I feel like the more he fools with her, the more trouble is going to probably follow him. He gets pulled over by the police officer. He's really upset about it. He's nervous about it. He was the driver. Lisa over there panicking herself because she was in prison, and some of the things that has happened to her in her past are resurfacing. And she says that he's so worried about his driving record or whatever. Meanwhile, I'm the one sitting in the car and I've had this and that go on and I can go to jail at any moment. Girl, fuck you. Okay? Because any person in the driver's seat is going to be panicking. It doesn't mean that they don't care about what happens to you. They just panicking in the moment because they're the one that committed the crime or whatever, or had the violation or whatever. Okay? So yeah, I ain't really like that. Or whatever. It's like she has these problems and shit about her, but then she puts it off on him like he should think about it like she do, like make it such a big issue like she do. He should also feel the same way. What else? Okay, so he ended up getting a pass going on about his business or whatever, right? So then what happened? They get to the house and Lisa wants to talk to Stan, but Stan trying to smash. She's trying to go and get in the house, cuddle up and all the other stuff, but she just wants to talk to him. Lisa says she isn't going to just jump in the bed. So then she created a issue, in my opinion. I feel like Lisa always creates an issue whenever Stan wants to try to get intimate with her, and it's only been 2 times, but whenever he tries to take her down that road, she like throws a fit. She tries to create some type of issue so that wouldn't happen. And I feel like y'all could have talked when you cuddle, like get him to the bed, cuddle up with this man, have a conversation, but you didn't have to engage in STX. You could have just said you're tired, you don't want to do this and that. Continue to pimp him however you was trying to pimp him, I guess. But she really don't want to be intimate with that man, in my opinion. She just wants to play it however she plays it so she can get what she wants out of it. So he didn't like that. And he pretty much tells her, like, you can go again or whatever, tell her not to walk up on him because he thinks she gonna hurt him or something like that. I just feel like I don't like Lisa nor Stan's actions so far. Yeah, I don't like how Stan operates with her, but I definitely don't like how she tries to play him and try to make her issues his issues in a sense. I just don't like that just because she knows he's a millionaire and he got a lot of money. But then I also feel like that's your fault, sir, because you also led with her boyfriend and her sugar daddy. So if you're gonna be her sugar daddy, then finance her accordingly. But y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. I could be thinking about that all wrong. That's all I got. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.